Hello and welcome back. At the moment I'm sat at home. I'm just going to do a little job before we go to the caravan. Now we have sadly finished our caravanning for this year. We're not going away over winter because we've got quite a lot on. We were going to go down to Longleat, but we've just not been able to arrange the time. So we've put the caravan away, and as usual what I've done for the last couple of years is I've put a cover over the caravan, covered it up. There's quite a bit of debate about covering it up, whether you should or you shouldn't, but we have covered it up, and we're going to be doing that again. At the beginning of this year, when we started to get the caravan back out again, I went up to take the cover off and I realised there was a little tear in the actual fabric. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to repair it. Now you can buy a repair kit for the cover. But what I'm going to use is I'm just going to try and use some Gorilla Tape and stick it together with that. I'm not overly bothered about what it looks like. I just want it to protect the van. The first job is to get the cover out and find out where this tear is, because I must admit I just shoved it back in its bag last year and I haven't got it out since the beginning of the year. So let's go and have a look at that. Can't find it. Found it. This is the tear. Sorry if the light's not too great, because say I'm in my front room, and it's not an overly big hole. It's only, I'd say, about 4 or 5 inches long. But if I don't do anything with that, it's going to get worse maybe. Turn the cover inside out, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some tape from the inside first across that, then it doesn't rip, hopefully doesn't rip any further. So I've got this Gorilla Tape, and what I'm going to actually do is heat it up with the hairdryer to make it a little bit more tacky, hopefully. That feels quite secure. What I'm going to do now is turn it the other way around and then stick some on the outside of it. Well, that's the cover, hopefully repaired. All I've got to do now is put it back into its bag and get it up to the caravan and put it on. I'm also going to do a few other jobs while we're there. We're up at the storage. It is really cold. I know there are lots of videos about winter storage and things you should do, so I'm going to try and keep this brief. Last year I did a video about winter storage. I put a link to that up there. So hopefully I'm going to show you some things that you may have seen on videos and some things that you might have not seen on previous videos. And the last job we're going to do is put the caravan cover onto the caravan. You can watch me do that and probably laugh as I'm trying to do it on my own. So we've already drained down the water system in the caravan. I'm not going to show you that. Like I said, there are lots of videos of people doing that. I'm not going to show you that. I'm just going to go around and show you a couple of other little things that I tend to do. So I'm going to start at the back of the van and then work my way forward. I open all the cupboards inside. In the shower compartment, I'm going to drop the shower head down, so if there is any water in there, there shouldn't be, because like I said, I have drained it down. That should run out. And also take the mat out at the bottom of there. With the toilet, I always make sure that that's open, which it is. With the toilet flush open, what's also advisable to do is just put a little bit of lubrication around there, and then the seals don't stick. I am going to be taking that toilet cassette out over the winter period because the seals have actually gone inside that, so I'll do another video of actually replacing that. But yeah, leave the toilet flush open and it stops that catching and sticking. At the front of the van, I'm going to move the seats out, and then there's air can circulate underneath it, and I'm going to stack the cushions up. I'm also going to open all the cabinet doors, so let's get on and do that. So there we've got all the cushions stacked up away from the edges of the van, and we've also got all the cabinets open. Going to open all the cabinets in the kitchen and at the back of the van, and then we're going to do a couple of things underneath the bed. A couple of years ago we noticed that when we came back to the van after winter, because we store the chairs under the bed and they were folded under the bed, there were slight bits of mould on them. So what we're going to do as well is we've taken our chairs out and we're just going to place them in the gap at the front of the van and just open them up slightly so there's air circulating around there. Also with the bed as well, I'm going to keep that up slightly raised. I don't want to push it up all the way because it's going to put extra pressure on the struts on the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get the wheel ramps and just lift it up a little bit, and then there's a bit of air can get underneath it and circulate through the bed. So I've now got the chairs just wedged in the front there, just slightly open. I'm going to open the cabinets within the kitchen. Hopefully nothing's going to fall out and hit me. So get all those open. At the start of the season next year, what we do is we take all the cutlery out and we put it through the dishwasher at home, but we haven't got anywhere to store it at home, so we're just going to leave it in the van. And then moving to the back of the van, I have lifted the bed up just to get the chairs out. I've got the chairs wedged out over there. I'm going to open all the cabinets at the back as well, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these the actual peg boxes on there and let the bed sit on that, and then it'll just let the air circulate through the bottom of the bed. That's all the cabinets open at the back, and I've just wedged it up so there's air can get underneath there and circulate underneath there. So I've just got to open a few more cupboards. The fridge, we always take the freezing compartment out. We never leave that in after we've used it. I'm going to take all these out and take them home as well. Almost forgot, inside the van I put some of these in. Put 2 of them in these containers. Put one at the front of the van and one in the bathroom. So that's the inside of the van done. We're going to go outside and just show you a couple of jobs that I do on the outside. Outside the van I've got the winter covers on the fridge vents. That's not going to matter because I'm going to have the cover on anyway. For the wheels, I'm going to actually put them onto these wooden blocks. You can use, and you can get, this guy's got them next door to me, these tyre savers at the bottom here, and it's supposed to reduce the amount of pressure that's put on the tyre. Normally I put it on axle stands. I'm not doing that this year because we're on a different pitch and it's slightly sloped. In the front of the van I've disconnected the gas connection. So that's all safe, and I also leave the handbrake off all the time. As you can see as well, I've got the van, I don't know if you can see that, on a slight slope leaning forward. So next job is to put the Caravan cover on, which I'm not looking forward to. It's a bit breezy. So that's the Caravan cover on. Admittedly that was quite difficult on my own. The cover that we've got we did buy for our old van, and I did buy it slightly bigger, so it is a little bit of a snug fit, but it fits quite well. So the straps just go underneath, and then that's covered up for winter. So that's me back from the storage, all winterised for winter. I will be keeping the videos coming over the winter months. I've got a few jobs that I need to do on the Caravan, which I will be doing, so I'll be popping up there. I'm going to be doing a little bit more looking at some motorhomes. If you remember last year I did a video about Caravan or motorhome, and it's us deciding which would be best for us, and I think in the future we are going to go down the motorhome route. I'd just like to say, you know, thanks for all the comments on the videos, all the Twitter followers, all the subscribers, and for those that take the time to comment, I really do appreciate it. You know, I think if you take the time to comment and watch my videos, it's only right that, you know, I actually make a comment back, and I do read all the comments, and some of the comments are, you know, are absolutely fabulous in terms of giving me ideas. Some people say, why don't you try this, why don't you try that, and that's what this caravanning community is about. It's about sharing ideas and looking at different ways of doing things. So I really do feel that it's important to comment back to you when you make a comment. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon, and bye bye. Got me.